Good evening. A warm welcome at Mommy's World for you and me. Welcome here on Instagram Live Series 2.0 and loving the series because the response is amazing and the live recording is seen by many of you. We are getting constant reviews, we are getting constant requests, and there are plenty of people who want to be in the live. But of course, when we have only for 12 brand or small scale entrepreneurs, 12 mompreneurs, we cannot take everyone, in the live. So every time what Mommy's World is trying to bring someone unique or someone who can give that, insights of the field which we are not aware of. Obviously, when we are into online business or we are an entrepreneurs, we want to learn many things, but there are many things we are not aware of course. 2 years when we have been in the pandemic, and we have been inside the house, indoors, locked, and so nobody has gone to office. And now when everything is opening up, we definitely thought to bring this topic with you in front of you, where you can feel that you must know this knowledge, you should know this what we are talking about today. So yes, welcome everyone and hello to all. Not taking everybody's name, but thank you for joining in. Today we'll be talking on the topic which was never noticed or very rarely noticed, but thankfully we have someone with us and she'll be giving all the insights. What happens when somebody is working in corporate or in any institution? So gone are the days when people were like, if somebody is harassed in the office, there isn't actual harassment or something has happened. So gone are the days that people were forced to leave the job. Do you know that we have laws for this? You must know about POSH. What is POSH and how it works? Let's talk with the expert herself. She's with us, none other than Kritika Chaturvedi. We need to know about POSH. So yes, she is here and I'm taking her live. Hi, Kritika Chaturvedi. How are
I'm
you?
good. How are you doing?
I'm very good. A warm welcome. We're so glad that this time you're here. Last time we missed it, and I wanted to take you live. I still remember that we spoke about this thing, and this time I had to
Yeah.
take you because बहुत सारे लोग जानना चाहते हैं जो काम आप कर रही हैं और वो कैसे उनके लिए हेल्पफुल है. So every small detail आज आपको बहुत बताना पड़ेगा. Queries भी आते रहेंगे. So all the best, and let us know what is, first of all, where are you from and the background. Over to you.
Okay, so I believe there are a lot of mommies here, as your group's name is Mommy's World for you and me. That means a lot of mommies are listening to me, and whosoever is present here is a mommy. So I am a mommy myself. I have a 10-year-old son, and like most of the ladies in India, I had to leave my full-fledged career because of the transferable job of my husband. And but then I realized that leaving something is very easy, but fighting for it is difficult. So I started working as a freelancer, and now I'm a freelancer trainer. And wherever my husband goes, I carry my freelance experience with him, and wherever he's posted, I just find my own client and do my trainings there. And I'm a certified POSH practitioner. So as we will be moving ahead, Shalu, I will be explaining them what exactly POSH is.
Yeah, we want to know and the benefits of it, because including me, there are many who are not aware what is POSH and how it can benefit all women.
Yes. So with your permission, if I may start, Shalu, and start talking about it.
Yes.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
So ladies, when we talk about POSH, as soon as we hear a word POSH, many of us are not aware about it, and we start thinking, correlating this word with the English word POSH, which means grand. Okay, but here POSH is an abbreviation which means prevention of sexual harassment. So just to explain you in a simple word, Shalu, would you like me to speak in Hindi or in English?
English will go.
Okay,
English is
okay.
fine.
So, please, ladies, put your comments in the comment box, because you know it's a very sensitive topic, and there is some legal implication involved in this subject. So, if you have any doubts when I'm talking, you can pop in your comments here, and I'll try and answer each and every query. So, just to make you understand in simple words, is those who are born before 1985 in this group right now, they can correlate what I'm talking about. Shalu, you and I come in that category, and you know, imagine that you go in a company and it's your first job, and your boss is continuously telling you that, hey Shalu, you know, would you like to come for a cup of coffee with me? Now, at that time, we are just 22, 23, 24-year-old young girl in a kind of culture, you know, where the woman was considered to be at home. They are not supposed to be working. So we were, I guess, in one of the few generations, those who actually went out of the house and started working. We didn't have that courage of saying no. You know, that weird look what people used to give us, you know, while we are climbing and going in the bus, somebody will touch here, somebody will touch there, or maybe, you know, looking here and talking instead of looking in the eyes. We all have faced it, you know.
Yes.
So the history behind this law, it actually started way back in 1992. I will not go into the deeper side of the history, that where it started, how it started. But finally, in the year 2013, Supreme Court has made an act for it, wherein when a woman is going to a workplace, so any kind of harassment she's facing, it can be a harassment where, suppose, you know, if I'm working and my boss is a male, and if I'm getting a promotion, and people are talking about it, oh, you know, why, how she got the promotion, oh, we know what is she doing to get the promotion. These kind of gossips are very common. Even this is included in this act, wherein my performance is actually judged by my gender. What if my boss is a female and I'm getting a promotion? No talks are happening. What if I am a male and my boss is a male and I'm getting a promotion? Nobody is talking about it. Here, this kind of harassment or this kind of hostile work environment is created around me because I am a woman and my boss is a male. So it's very easy for people to say that, you know, oh, we know what is she doing to get the promotion. So this is an act which has been made to protect that kind of a harassment. So there are broadly 4 categories, you know, if I may explain you in a normal layman's language. These 4 categories are, one is a verbal sexual harassment. Verbal sexual harassment is that when somebody is addressing you with different words, when somebody is abusing you, somebody is using some other names for you at the workplace. So, you know, the agenda of making this act is to have that fear in a male employee of the organization, that boss, you know, I can't take a female for granted. I cannot see a female's blouse and say, wow, madam, aaj to bada deep blouse pehen ke aayi ho, you know. This kind of thing is not happening.
Yeah.
So this is to create a fear. You know, there is a body who's monitoring all these acts, and for female, this is an empowerment. That people like you and I, when we started working, we didn't have that courage. Wish such kind of law or act would have been made at that time. Maybe, you know, we might not have faced such kind of a situation when somebody is coming and, you know, even offering us a ride, that, you know, madam, kya main aapko ghar drop kar do? We don't want your drop. Why are you stopping?
Even if this has happened, Kritika, we were not aware
Exactly.
what's next
Exactly.
to be done, because in the college it was very common to face such kind of abuse, and we even did not knew this falls into the section of abuse.
Exactly.
So,
So
yes.
we were unaware about it. So what has happened is that, so the act broadly is divided into 4 categories. One is verbal, the other one is visual, you know, and don't understand. Actually, yes, and actually many of us has faced, and we don't understand this is harassment. Something is bothering us, you know, we are not liking it, but we don't know what is that, you know. But I'm glad that this act is being made, and Shalu, this act is actually very new. If you look at it, you know, 2013, this act has been made. So that's the reason why government is emphasizing a lot. It is mandatory for all the organization to have a awareness session about this act. So without this awareness session, the organizations are not able to obtain the ISO certification. It is a mandatory act. So now that awareness is happening, today you and I are live and a lot of people are watching us, we are talking about it. This itself is a sign that, you know, we are moving towards that gender equalization, or that, you know, that we are women and we have this right. If today we are telling this to 13 people are present here, I'm sure these 13 people will go and tell it to 13 next people. This is what awareness is. So gradually it will be in existence, but at present, as it is very new, people are actually unaware about it. So coming back to the act, one is verbal, another one is visual. Visual, has got these kind of things which, like, you know, somebody is looking at you. We call it elevator eyes. Elevator eyes means somebody is standing here and you are looking her from top to bottom. According to this act, this is considered as sexual harassment. And you can actually,
that's an eye-opener.
wish we could know it at the time of our college days.
I could imagine so many faces. I mean, this has happened 100 times, millions, zillions times in past.
And secondly, you know, somebody's looking below your nose and talking to you, it is sexual harassment. Somebody is looking at you for more than 20 seconds.
In fact, thinking of it, I'm sorry to cut you in between, but thinking of it, I am thinking how many people would have gone behind the bars agar hum log ko ye pehle se pata hota.
I'm sure, Shadu. But what we should be glad is our next generation will be aware about it. We are talking about it like, you know, imagine a normal, say a normal act like GST, which has been recently introduced in the country. So for GST, the finance people are being trained, right? Now it has become the part of our life. Similarly, this is an act which has been recently passed, and sorry to say, but the majority of our community, which are male, they are not ready to accept it so easily like GST. So it will take some more time, but we will reach that stage where, you know, our next generation will be absolutely aware about it. They will know that if something is happening, what they need to do. They will not suffer like you and me.
Right.
So this is the whole agenda.
Yes, right.
Okay, so coming back to the act, the third category which the government has divided is the written sexual harassment, which even includes WhatsApp messages, emails, some derogatory or double meaning, maybe some pornography or something. You know, if you are a child born before 1990, if you remember, you know, those public toilets used to have those beautiful graffitis before. The bad words and the Hindi mein kuch likha hua hai and all that. Now, can you imagine our children seeing that? They don't see that. They can't even believe that such thing existed, you know. So, the reason why there is all such cases are less and negligible, because now you don't see these things, because it is considered as sexual harassment. If you are caught, that is a non-bailable cognizant offense. Non-bailable means that whatever, if it is proven that you have done a sexual harassment, a verbal sexual harassment or a written or a visual or physical, then it is a non-bailable one. Whatever the court decides, you have to go through that punishment. And cognizable means that, for example, suppose murder or theft is happening or has happened. So police first start the investigation. So they find out the suspect, they release a warrant, and after the warrant, they arrest the person. This is called a normal procedure. But cognizant offense means that, suppose if somebody has claimed that this person has done sexual harassment, that person will be caught first, and then the warrant will be issued and the investigation will continue. You have done that harassment or not is all secondary. You will be arrested first without the warrant. So it is that serious, you know. But people take it granted. And Shalu, I must, you know, I have been training a lot of employees. I would have trained lakhs of employees on this. I would have taken more than 500 sessions on POSH. What I feel is common everywhere is we still need acceptance. Thankfully, there are no male participant right now in this live. Otherwise, I would have been bombarded with questions. Ki, Madam, aise kyun?
No, I actually saw there were 2-3 males joined, but they left. So the topic was definitely not welcoming for them.
Yeah.
I saw
So it
that.
will take time, but I'm sure that it will be fine after some years, And according to this act, basically is any organization. The act broadly says that any organization having more than 10 employees should have an internal committee. So internal committee means it's the committee of their own people, but their job is to prevent, protect, and redressal of sexual harassment if anything happens in the organization. And mind you, that being a statutory compliance, every organization's internal committee need to submit an annual report to the district collector of that organization, where that, in which area that organization is placed. That annual report contains that information, that how many sexual harassments are being reported in the organization, what is the action the organization has taken, how many are pending, and what is the reason why it is pending. So it is an annual report which they submit every year. It is compulsory, like PF and ESI. So that's the.
I want to cut you in between, Kritika. There are a few questions coming in my mind. One of the important question, what I feel is right now, this what we call next gen. This generation is very fast. So what happens? There are some decisions which they take and repent later. But what is the possibility if a girl is been sexually harassed, and a person who she was involved with can say that this was with the consent?
So there is a clause of consent also in this law. Okay. The consent means, I explain it to you with a beautiful example. Okay. Suppose there is a girl and a boy. They both are working in an organization. They both fall in love. Okay. And everything is going good for 2-3 hours. And one fine day, the girl decides that I don't want to continue in this relationship. And the girl say no.
Yeah.
So the boy has to respect that no. So this law is entirely been made keeping a girl's consent in mind. So till the time the girl is okay, it is absolutely fine. The day girl's consent is not there, the boy has to put a full stop. If he's not doing it, then it will be considered as the sexual harassment. There's a very beautiful movie which has been made on this, Pink.
Yeah.
So a no means a no.
A no
Yes.
means no. Yeah. This is what, like, just 3-4 days ago, I was watching some clip. It was in some e-commerce portal, and the beautiful lines were there. When a girl says no, it's a no. If she says maybe, it's a no.
Yes.
So until unless she says no, it remains no unless she says yes. So something beautifully.
I always say it whenever there are male employees in my training session. I always say कि आप लोगों को बड़ी पुरानी जो movies थी उनमें होता था लड़की की नाव में भी हाँ छुपी होती है. मैंने कहा ऐसा मत सोचिएगा, you might get into trouble. Then there is one more beautiful song which is coming in my mind. नहीं नहीं अभी करो इंतजार. And the ladka is saying no, I want it abhi. मैं हूँ बेकरार. So if you are बेकरार,
I actually recall another song, Tu haan kar ya na kar, tu hai meri Kiran. So I forget, those days are gone. I mean, those days are gone. We are no more your Kiran. We have your own this thing.
I agree with you. Yeah.
This question was asked by Jaya. She's asking, just a second. It's gone. How can we prove verbal and visual harassment?
See, there are a lot of we are talking about, Jaya, this act is basically for workplace. So when we talk about workplace, there are a lot of witnesses. Companies are coming up with open door culture where there are no walls in the office. Everything is made of glass. And then the open workstations where you do not have a separate office. You all sit together and work. So for verbal and visual, there are CCTVs, there are witnesses, but it is very clearly written in the act. If there is no evidence, there is no action. So the girls need to be smart here, because if it is verbal, and it is visual, it will be repetitive, right? If it is repetitive, you need to have a evidence.
Right. I mean, this is definitely an eye-opener, but yes, you rightly said that girl has to be
Yes,
very smart.
yes,
She needs to pay very smart,
definitely.
yeah. Because जो एक बार करेगा वो दोबारा
Yes.
फिर करेगा.
And
So you
one
need to
more
be
thing,
very smart
Chalu,
to
this
do
act
that.
clearly says any act which is repetitive. You know, suppose if I am going here and by mistake a boy has touched my hand or rubbed me, or you know, if I'm standing behind, he's put his hand like this and it touched here. So it can be a mistake. This is not considered as the sexual harassment. Something which is repetitive.
Right.
And whenever there is a girl, when you know, when we take the workshops for the internal committee members, that when somebody is coming to you with a sexual harassment complaint, how you deal with it, the first question the internal committee member would ask, when this person did this, what did you do? If your answer is that I told no to him, still he's not listening, then it is considered as sexual harassment.
That goes for the constant calls if somebody is getting and doesn't want to answer.
Yes, that even goes with the WhatsApp messages.
That's wonderful. I mean, everybody should watch today's live. I'm so happy, Kritika. I can't tell you. There is a question for you from
Yes,
Shama.
what is it? I can't see it. Shalu, can you read it to me?
Yes. Does the onus of proving the crime falls on the victim, or the perpetrator has to prove his innocence?
See, according to this act, both the respondent, we will not call him a harasser till the time it is proven, okay? We will call that person as respondent. So both the complainant and the respondent has got equal rights. Suppose if the complainant has come to the internal committee with a sexual harassment complaint, the onus of proving that complaint lies with the complainant. That on what basis she is saying that. Okay. Now, this, according to this act, the copy of the same complaint goes to the respondent. The respondent is aware that why he is being summoned for. अगर आप किसी को बुला रहे हो सुनवाई के लिए या आप उससे बात करेंगे, उसको पता तो होना चाहिए. Okay, so the respondent has got equal right to prove his innocence. That's why I always tell this to my male participants, that this law has not been made to sue you. You have the equal right. You can prove your innocence. If the girl is giving the witness, you can also give your witnesses. If the girl is proving it with messages, you can also prove it with messages. If the girl is giving that CCTV recording, you can also do. Basically, the rights are same. It's not that somebody has tagged you with a harasser and you become a harasser.
Yes, right.
That's also important. That suppose if the girl is proven wrong and it is a false allegation, so according to this act, the same punishment the girl will be eligible for.
That's important.
Very important.
Because of this, because of this law, anybody can misuse it.
Yes.
That's also very good.
And one more thing, Shalu, I would like to share with you that people have this myth in mind कि अरे लड़कियां तो misuse करती हैं. The statistics says that out of 5,000 cases, 1 is false. Now you imagine the number. Out of lakhs of cases, only 5,000 are reported. Out of these 5,000, only 1 is false. So that means 4,999 are actual cases. I'm not saying that the law is not being misused. It can be misused and people do it, you know. But look at the percentage of the girls, those who are misusing it.
I have one query related to this. So there are chances that in an office, husband and wife both are working. There are possibilities, and happens many a time. What if something happens by husband to a girl, and then wife comes, wants to save the husband and says no, he is lying. And what if, like you said, evidence, it's not there, or manipulated, some sort of anything? You have any example with you? You face something somebody has shared?
So most of the companies, they do not allow the husband and wife to work in the same department in the organization. This is one of the reasons. Suppose if such case happens also, then obviously Suppose, for example, there is a girl in the IC committee and the case is against her own husband. Okay? So the girl who is giving the complaint might have this thing in mind that the girl who's in IC, the complaint is for her own husband, so she will favor the husband, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
As per this act, the respondent as well as the complainant, they both have got the right to change the IC member. They can request for changing the IC member, saying that we do not trust or we feel that this particular member is biased. For my case, I do not want this person to be present in IC and listen to my evidences and things like that. So all the threads are covered. They are joined with each other. Everything is interconnected. If you look at it with a broader
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Like how beautifully this law is made, and everything is covered in it. And how come we are not aware of this? I mean, like now we are in 2021, ending 2021, going in 2022, and you are saying it was like released in 2013. You said, how come it's been so many years and still people like us are on social media? Like,
अनफॉर्चुनेटली हम ऐसी कंट्री में रहते हैं कि जब तक डंडा ना पड़े ना, लोग बाग कोरोना में बाहर निकलना बंद नहीं करते. So now that has become a statutory compliance. Companies are shut. Medanta Hospital, Gurgaon, 2 years back was being fined 70 lakh rupees for not having an internal committee in their hospital. So now it is becoming a statutory compliance. So companies, they have no choice. They have to follow it. So now that's the reason.
There is one more. Yeah, please go ahead. There's one more question. अभी बहुत बार आंसर है मेरे दिमाग में, मैं बार-बार बोल रही हूँ. I have seen your pictures. You train a lot of people, and like you said, there are males also, and there are chances when there are majority are males. And
I have trained only in male organization as well, Shalu.
So what is the acceptance ratio? Do they accept? Do they praise this law? And how do you
see? Initially, when I start the session, their body language is absolutely negative. ये कहाँ से आ गई, And then gradually, when I explain them that think about the next generation, think about your own daughters. We talk about gender equality. That equality has to come in mind. Equality doesn't mean wearing, jeans और आप अपनी wife को या बेटी को jeans पहनना allow कर रहे हैं तो हमने उनको boys की जैसे equality दे दी. No, equality means that if you are going in a swimming costume to a beach, your wife and your daughter should be able to do it herself. That is equality. So there is an acceptance. कुछ लोग होते हैं, I would say, if you talk about my experience, I would say that still 10% of the people, by the time I leave that room after my session, still those 10% are not convinced. I could easily see it in their eyes. That this is not there.
I can understand
but
that.
Positive side is 90% have accepted it, and it's better for the developed country as well. I mean, we need to. They have no choice, anyways. The law has been made. The act has been made. I am there to deliver it only. So they accept it. They accept, especially those who are fathers of girls. I have seen they accept it with very open mind.
Yes. It will. I guess it will soon change the perspective of many people.
Yes, very.
There is a question from Shweta. She's asking: so, if an organization does not have the committee, so can an employee request to have one?
It is no request. It is mandatory. They must be having it. You are not aware about it. They must be having it. 100%, Shalu. It is there. They have it on papers. Employees are not aware about it because the awareness session is not being arranged.
और उस सीन में आप आते
और उस सीन में
अगर वो अवेयरनेस सेशन
के लिए बेटा जब ऑर्गेनाइजेशन खोलते हैं they need fire department का NOC, they need electric department का NOC, they need water department. आपको बताते हैं कि हमारे पास वो NOC है या हमारे पास वो सर्टिफिकेट है? नहीं ना. It is a mandatory thing which they have to do. It's just that they would not like to educate their employees. And trust me, after the awareness session, there has been companies where I have gone and I have trained around 2,000 employees. It's a manufacturing unit. It's my recent experience. So before the training, the harassment cases were coming left, right, and center. After the training, the harassment cases has reduced. So gradually, these organizations, the big organizations, especially those who are dealing with the blue-collared employees, you know, those who are from rural background and they have got skill like a plumber or a carpenter or an electrician. They are very good in their work, but the exposure is not there. They see woman as a sex object only, you know. So when they come to know that they have a IC in their organization, when they come to know that it is a law, then automatically the harassment case is reduced. It is my own observation.
बट आई गेस कृतिका ये बहुत सारी कंपनीज में होता होगा जहां पर कमेटी है भी सही इंटरनली बनी हुई है
लोगों को पता नहीं
और बिकॉज ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज को मालूम नहीं है they cannot raise
obviously
their
Shalu, हर साल every year they are sending a annual report to the district collector. It is mandatory. They are sending.
But then how do they send the report? That's a false report. Like
there's no sexual harassment. So that's how they're sending it.
Do they not have any kind of a flying kind of a thing and सामने से employee बोल दे उनको कि नहीं जी हुआ था और हमें तो पता ही नहीं है?
No, unfortunately not, because most of us, I mean, most of our organization, they believe in giving the envelope rather than having a proper this thing. Many of the organizations are, see, for ISO certification, it is mandatory to have a POSH training, POSH awareness training. So they just simply write a certificate, get it signed, and you know, they just give some money to the auditor, and that certificate is been done. You know, it is convenient, no?
Right. I'm very happy, Kritika, because having a person like you and who is giving training to lot many people, meeting hundreds of people in a month or maybe 6 months, you may be having, you know, a vision, everybody's vision in front of you, how they treat, how they talk, how they're accepting, how they're rejecting. So throughout, if you see, अगर वो बोलते हैं ना कि पूरा निचोड़ आप निकालते हो अभी पूरा साल भर का, आपको अभी कैसा लग रहा है एक्सेप्टेंस आने में और कितने साल?
Oh my God, Shalu,
जिस तरीके से
it's a very difficult question, but I think it will take some time. It's not easy. It's not easy. I think another decade maybe, but it's not easy. Maybe when the next generation, like Shalu, just see, जैसे PFESI जब हमारी कंट्री में इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ होगा, you know, हमारे शायद दादा परदादाओं की ट्रेनिंग उस पे हुई होगी. We don't know, because if some amount is cutting from the salary, उनको समझाया गया होगा ना that why this amount is being cut, where it is being used. So we are in that phase right now. Right. So when we go and join the organization or our kids will go and PF and ESI is a thing. यार हम जाएंगे तो हम कहते हैं ना हाथ में कितना मिलेगा, मतलब हमारी सैलरी कुछ और है और हमें हाथ में कुछ और मिलती है, and we have accepted it. So yes. I think in future the same acceptance will be there. You know, it's an act, it is there. You know, we have to be aware about it. There is a IC which is a mandatory thing. So but it will take some time because let's not forget that we are a Purush Pradhan Desh, you know. So we are proud about it as well, you know, and obviously, you know, we love dressing up on Karwa Chauth and touching our husband's feet. It's a true fact. It will take some time because now the generation is changing. I see my young cousins and all, you know, the wife and husband, they are dividing the work and doing equally. So yes. When this kind of mentality is there, harassment, I don't think will happen because they're treating everyone as an equal gender. So I think it will take some time, but yes, it will be there. Okay, so coming back to your work, now when you say any company
who have 10 employees, right? You said 10 employees, must have this kind of, this thing committee with them. So any company, I am very sure when I'm going to share this live in the community, so any company in Mumbai or anywhere, if they are running, they must have
I
this
see. Yeah.
training. They should have this committee and they must have this training. So for that training, they should contact
Yes,
you, right?
I'm always available. And there are two type of trainings I do. I do a lot of training. I'm basically a freelancer trainer. I do trainings on NLP, behavioral training, leadership training, soft skill, personality development. But Posh is something which is I expertise in. I am a Posh practitioner. So there are two type of trainings I do. One is the awareness session for the entire organization, which even includes your guard, carpenter, your plumber, from your ground level employee to the CEO of the company, that what this act is, and what are the different behaviors which are considered as the sexual harassment under this act. Okay. And the second training, what I do is for the internal committee members. That suppose if as an internal committee member, a sexual harassment case comes to you, what are your roles and responsibility? They have to prepare a file. They have to do an investigation. This file is being submitted at the collector's office. Now, there is one more body, Shalu, called LCC, Local Complaint Committee, which is generally the local police station. So the girl who is coming with a complaint, she has got a choice whether she wants to go to LCC or to IC. So if she is going to LCC, then when the outer police is involved, your IC has to be absolutely prepared to face that. You should have all the answer. Your file should be complete as per the law, as per the act. So I train those people on how to handle such cases. So these are the two type of trainings I do in this field.
These trainings are online as well? You're giving online
training?
And you are based
Goa.
at
Yes.
Goa. Okay. Wonderful to have you, Kritika. And thank you for answering all the queries. You were fabulous and we loved the session. The insights were like really eye-opening.
I'm glad that all of you are, I feel privileged when I make people aware about it.
This is something we really want to know and we should spread the word about it. So if there is any query related to it, I'll refer.
Sure, Shalu. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining in. Thank you so much, Shalu, for having me here. It's a privilege to be the part of Mommy's World, and it's a privilege to be, knowing you as an entrepreneur and friend. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. I'm speechless. Why? Because the information and lots of things we were not aware of. This was really needed. So much of information in just one session we were not aware of. So if you know anyone who is going to a job, or if you are going to a job, joining any corporate, and have faced something related to this, or want any POSH trainer who can train your team or your company, do connect with Kritika Chaturvedi. I'm very sure that you'll be happy to know the kind of help she can give you. For now, I'll take leave. Thanks for joining in. I love you all. Take care. See you in another episode of Instagram Live Series 2.0 next Friday. Till then, stay blessed, take care, and stay tuned. Love me and Mommy's World. Bye-bye. Happy weekend.